Foxborough woke up with that behind-the-scenes hum you only get in Super Bowl week. Not the loud kind, the quiet kind that makes you read every little detail twice. Because in New England, the smallest note can shift the mood of an entire locker room, and the entire Patriots nation feels it with them. And today, it's a mix of 4 pressure points pulling on the same rope. The health of our quarterback, a couple of subtle roster moves that show you how the building is thinking, a pass-catching weapon already being floated for the draft, and a rookie tackle who just answered the biggest question you can ask in January. Can you hold up when the moment gets heavy? Here's the thing. None of these stories exist in a vacuum. They all connect to one reality. When the margin is this thin, fine isn't fine. Probably isn't enough. You either manage the details or the details manage you. So let's start with the one that instantly grabs everyone by the collar. The Patriots didn't practice Wednesday, but they still released a projected injury report. And right there in black and white was Drake May limited. Right shoulder. And you already know what happened next. The whispers got louder, the timelines got messier, and everybody started playing doctor on the internet. There's been plenty of speculation regarding May's status after rumors surfaced he was dealing with an injury to his shoulder. And in this moment, even one word like limited can feel like a siren. But May didn't run from it. He went on WEEI Tuesday and downplayed the noise. He said he's feeling good. He said he got some extra rest. And he made it sound less like it came from the game and more like the buildup of throwing, training camp included, 30 weeks straight of it, 4 days a week. That can add up. That's not panic, that's wear and tear. That's the real grind of playing quarterback in the NFL when your arm is your livelihood. Be honest, seeing right shoulder next to your QB's name still tightens your chest a little. It does. But projected matters here. It's not a full practice report because there was no practice. Thursday is when we start getting real answers, because the Patriots return to the field and you can actually see how they handle him. And if that shoulder is being monitored at all, the weekly plan naturally shifts. Fewer unnecessary reps, more rhythm work, quicker decisions, and protect him from living in 3rd and long where the pass rush can tee off. That's not fear. That's smart football. And May wasn't the only name on that projected list. The did not participate group included Hunter Henry, rest, not injury related, Harold Landry with a knee, Morgan Moses, rest, not injury related, Thayer Munford Jr. with knee/illness, and Robert Spillane with an ankle. In the limited section, May was there with Mac Hollins, listed with an abdomen issue. Fully participating, Joshua Farmer with a hamstring, and Terrell Jennings after passing the concussion protocol. So when you zoom out, it isn't just about one shoulder. It's about how many moving parts you're juggling while preparing for the biggest game of the year. Let me say this. The story of a Super Bowl week is rarely what's loud. It's what's managed. It's what gets protected. It's what gets adjusted without anyone outside the building ever noticing, until kickoff. And that brings us straight into the next thread, because while everyone is dissecting an injury report that's basically a snapshot of stress points, the front office is doing what serious teams do. They're fortifying the edges of the roster. On Wednesday, the Patriots made 2 practice squad signings, wide receiver Trent Sherfield Sr. and linebacker Patrick Johnson. On the surface, that's the kind of move casual fans scroll past. In Super Bowl week, that's the kind of move that screams, "We're not leaving ourselves exposed." The Sherfield part is especially interesting because of how fast it moved. He was released by the Patriots the day before the AFC Championship game against his former Denver Broncos team. And now he's back, added again for depth. New England originally signed the wideout 11 days prior for depth. That's not chaos, that's chess. That's the building reacting in real time to what it thinks it might need, especially with bodies being monitored across the roster. Sherfield is 29. He started the 2025 season with the Broncos, appeared in 10 games, 3 starts, and caught 3 passes for 21 yards. Those numbers aren't meant to wow you. This isn't a feed him in the red zone story. This is about trust, familiarity, and having a professional available if something changes late in the week. In a Super Bowl prep cycle, you're not chasing flash. You're chasing stability. Patrick Johnson is a different kind of ad. He was a 7th-round pick by the Eagles in 2021, spent time with the Giants in 2024, and returned to Philadelphia this season. In 9 games for the Eagles, Johnson amassed 8 total tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and 2 quarterback hits. Again, this isn't star power. This is function. This is having another body that can contribute, especially on special teams, and give you a layer of protection if you're tight at a position group. Now connect the dots. You've got a projected injury report listing key names, and you've got New England quietly reinforcing depth at receiver and linebacker. That's not random. That's planning for the week where one tweak can become a whole new set of decisions. And all of it is happening while the Patriots return to practice Thursday and begin full preparations for Super Bowl 60 against the Seattle Seahawks. They fly to Santa Clara on Sunday, spend the week out west, and then it's February 8th at Levi's Stadium. Different time zone, different routine, different rhythm. The teams that handle the routine win before the ball is even kicked. So if you're riding with Patriots Nation, do me a favor. Tap the like button, subscribe if you're new here, and drop a comment. Does seeing the roster get tweaked like this calm you down? Or does it make you think the building is bracing for something? Because while the present is screaming Super Bowl, the offseason is already sitting right there around the corner, and the Patriots need to be ready when that moment comes. Whether the Patriots win the Super Bowl or not, they will have needs to address. The NFL draft and free agency will both present options to better the team, and they could be in the market for another pass catcher. Stephon Diggs and Mac Hollins have been great additions, but the Patriots could benefit from adding a weapon who can make plays after the catch. Drake May ranked outside of the top 10 in passing yards after the catch, meaning there is room to improve. That doesn't mean May can't push the ball. It means the roster can help him more. It means more plays that don't require a perfect throw into a tight window on 3rd and long. It means more catch, turn, go. Yahoo Sports' Nate Tice predicted the Patriots would draft University of Oregon tight end Kenyon Sadiq with the 31st pick of the NFL draft. And I know some of you hear tight end and instantly think, we already have Hunter Henry. Think about it for a second. While Sadiq is a tight end, the Patriots need pass catchers, especially ones who can create explosives with the ball in their hands. Josh McDaniels loves to use tight ends, and May has loved throwing the ball to Hunter Henry in his first 2 seasons. Sadiq would give them a weapon who can turn those screens and underneath routes into big plays. He has the speed and receiving ability to stretch the defense, and also some real grit as a blocker that Mike Vrabel would love. The production backs it up. Sadiq had 560 yards on 51 receptions last season. He scored 8 touchdowns as well. In 3 seasons at Oregon, he had 892 yards and 11 receiving touchdowns. He averaged 11.2 yards per reception in college. He led Oregon in receiving touchdowns and was 3rd on the team in receiving yards per game. At 6'3", 245 pounds, he may be undersized for a tight end, but he has tremendous speed and can be a difference maker for the Patriots. And yeah, this is draft talk, not a guarantee. It's a projection, it's a conversation, but it shows where the team's needs are being pointed. Give May more ways to win, more ways to get the ball out, and more ways to punish defenses without having to live in hero ball territory. Now, if the future gets you thinking, the next part hits you right in the present, because one of the biggest reasons you even get to have a future conversation is because you survive the trenches right now. And that takes us to Will Campbell. The first 2 playoff games for Campbell weren't the cleanest. The 4th overall pick was hurried and pressured, and often lost his battles against some of the league's top edge rushers on the Chargers and Texans. That's not an opinion, that's the tape. There were moments where it looked like the moment was moving a half step faster than he wanted it to. And then the AFC title game happened. The Patriots' biggest win of the season, a 10-7 win over the top-seeded Denver Broncos in the AFC title game, and Campbell pitched a shutout. For the first time in 3 postseason games, Campbell didn't allow a sack. Going up against Broncos star Nick Bonito, the LSU alum allowed just a single hit and played all 64 offensive snaps in the team's win. Mike Vrabel is proud of how his rookie responded to the adversity. "I thought he played better against a really good rusher," Vrabel said of Campbell's matchup with Bonito. "He's still got some things to clean up. And don't forget, he's just a few weeks removed from an MCL injury that landed him on injured reserve for 4 weeks. He missed badly on a cut block in the first quarter, before being called for a false start 1 quarter later. Still, Campbell was miles ahead of where he was when he allowed 4 credited sacks to LA's Odafe Oweh and Houston's Will Anderson Jr. Campbell's the first to tell people if he didn't play well, which was part of his assessment after the Texans' win. "I just got to keep working at some other stuff," he said. "Whenever I've got the back of the tight end with me, I just get better." His coach agrees that it's still not fully ironed out. "We'll need to keep improving," Vrabel said, "and I'm excited that he has another week to do." As part of the win, Campbell's teammate Drake May picked up the game-clinching first down with his legs. Post-game, the quarterback shared that Campbell headbutted him as hard as he could. "Finishing in victory formation, I head-bumped Will, and that was probably the hardest head bump of my life after I picked up the first down," May told reporters. Campbell will have another tall task against a daunting Seattle Seahawks defense in Super Bowl 59. But if last week was any indicator, he's only going to get better. So when you pull all 4 threads together, this is what you're looking at. A quarterback managing a shoulder in the grind of a long season without losing his edge. A roster being padded in smart spots because the Patriots don't believe in leaving things to chance. A potential future weapon being floated because this offense can still add more yak and more chunk play potential. And a rookie tackle who just proved he can grow up fast when the pass rush is trying to ruin your entire day. And I'll ask you straight, after all of this, do you believe this group is ready to win the Patriots way when the lights are the brightest? Drop your take in the comments, hit like if you're locked in, subscribe so you don't miss the next update, and let's ride into this Super Bowl together.